Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Thank you all so much for getting on. While some more people are jumping on, I am just going to do a couple of housekeeping things really quick before I introduce my sweet friend Brooke. But you know, many of you guys are in our Wave to Momentum group that we have going on. If you haven't seen the buzz, and if you're not in that group and you're on my team, make sure that you join or your upline join or add you, because tomorrow we are making a huge announcement for our 30 exposures in 30 days that we are doing in the challenge, and the incentive that you are going to be receiving in order of, or if for being the top 10 people within that challenge. So it is going to be absolutely amazing. It is mind-blowing. I cannot believe that it's actually even happening, but we will be making that announcement tomorrow. So make sure that you check that out. What we are going to start doing as a team is we are really wanting to expose our new ambassadors to our team trainings, to our team calls. Y'all, we have an absolutely incredible culture and community here within our Rise Up team, and obviously here within Key Sciences, but I really feel like we have created something special here. And I want people to be able to immediately have that incredible feeling that we all have when we jump on these team calls and trainings. So what we are going to start doing is, if anybody is within their executive time clock period, so for instance, they just joined in May. So if they are new in May and or June and they jump on a team training call, what we're going to do is we're going to do like shout outs to all of the new people who have joined us the previous week. Okay, all the new ambassadors. And then they are also going to put their names of if they are on the call in, oops, of course, somebody's calling me, in our chat while they're on here. And we are going to do a drawing the next day from that chat of all of the new ambassadors who are on the team training for that night. And it's going to be for like a Starbucks gift card or, you know, just something small like that, but something fun to get them involved and get them going and wanting to join in these team trainings immediately. Because honestly, a lot of times when people join businesses, they don't know the importance of the team training and the camaraderie that you receive, the community, the culture, all of the things. So we're really trying to incentivize newer ambassadors to be getting on. So make sure that if you have new ambassadors that are joining your team, that you are really plugging these team trainings and getting them in and getting them plugged into our team. So without further ado, I am super excited to introduce my sweet friend, Brooke Smith. We actually met in January of this year, so we haven't known each other for very long. We've known of one another from our previous company, but actually, you know what? No, we met in November. We met at the Diamonds Retreat, but we didn't talk tons. There was tons of people there. I got in super late, literally had pretty much 24 hours there before we'd all turned around and left because of when I got in. So I didn't get to chat with her much, but we are on the Equity Council together. She is also a Platinum Ambassador here as well. And in January, she and I just really connected. And it actually wasn't until we were flying out that day. We were leaving Salt Lake City to go home. We had a delay in Utah and Salt Lake City. So we went, got some drinks with our husbands and a couple of other leaders, and we just really hit it off. And she seriously, y'all, like gave me so many aha moments. Really just, she called me out on my crap, honestly. I'm just gonna say it. But it really opened my eyes, honestly, to how I viewed people, how I judged people, how I judged myself, how I was intimidated to reach out to people just because they were, you know, maybe more influential than me, had maybe a larger network. I viewed them as a bigger leader, maybe they were prettier than me, whatever it may be. But she gave me the confidence and the boldness and taught me to be brave just in that like 2 hours of us having this intense conversation to really just go out there and put myself out there. Like, what was it that I had to lose, right? So she's a platinum ambassador here. She is a mama of 3 beautiful children. They're super, super busy with baseball and softball and all the sports. Her husband is a head coach for baseball as well. And she is a retired algebra and trig teacher. So she definitely schools me in that area because math is just not my forte. But anyways, super excited to be able to introduce to y'all Miss Brooke Smith. Brooke, thank you so much for being on tonight.
You're so welcome. Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry I didn't get dressed up and all the things for you guys. I figured, hey, real life, right? So we're good.
You're in good company.
Yeah, well, good, because that's how we roll over on our team too. So, but first of all, let me say I did nothing but reinforce Katie and how amazing she is. You all know that, and really just said, why? I just kept asking, why are you afraid to do that? Why are you afraid to reach out to this person? Why, and just kind of reinforced it that way. Nothing, it was nothing new to her, but she just needed someone to tell her, like, yeah, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. So that's what she means by that for sure. But no, I am super, super excited to be here tonight. And I will say this, guys, a lot of what I'm going to say tonight is probably not anything new to you. It's probably something that you've heard, but I'm actually going to really break things down on a much smaller level because honestly, confidence is a choice. Okay, I need y'all to know that and to understand that confidence is a choice. Yes, you can look at certain people and you can say, well, yeah, they have confidence. Yeah, they have confidence. Yeah, well, I can't have that same confidence. Yes, you can. Okay, it's just all about finding your wheelhouse and your strength and what you bring to the table. Too often people look at other people and say, well, they have confidence, I need to do what they are doing. Okay, and that's clearly where we go wrong, because our confidence does not come from what other people are doing well. Our confidence is what comes from what we're doing well and doing that over and over and over. Okay, so I want y'all to think about tonight, just kind of while we're just sitting here, I want you to think about kind of what right now, what do you love? Like, what is something like a product or maybe a shirt that you just bought, or, I want you to think about some purchase that you just had that you really, really wanted, that you got, and it was like everything you thought it could be. And, like I said, maybe it's this dress that you just bought and you put it on and you're like, dude, I am rocking this, or whatever it may be. I want y'all to think about something. Okay. Stop and think real quick. Okay. Now, if someone asked you about that, what would you say to them? That favorite thing that you just were raving about, whether it's that dress or whatever. If somebody asks you, let's just say that for me, it was a dress. Someone said, where'd you get that dress? Oh my gosh, girl, you have to get this dress. Like, I love how it fits. Like, this is just the most cutest dress on me. I got it at, blah, blah, blah. You need to go there and you need to go get it. Okay. What do you think I'm getting at here? You cannot adequately do this job if you are not confident in what you have and what you are presenting. Your job as a marketer is to love your job, love the business part of your job, just like you love that dress you had on, and to find products that work for you that you cannot stop talking about. Okay? If you're not talking about Q, whether it's the business and the products, or both or whatever, like you talked about, or like you would talk about that favorite thing that you just had, you're doing it wrong. Okay? People can see right through you if you're just spitting out facts. If you're just talking about products, if you're just talking about, oh, this business is the best thing in this world, Oh, this B12 spray, it's amazing. Go get it. People can see right through that. Okay. Now in today's world, this is what your job should be. And it's really, really easy. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm loving. This is how it adds value to me. That's what people want to see. I want you to think about an influencer that you think about, like when you think about the word influencer, someone should pop in your head. Okay. I want you to think about that person. Okay. Why are they an influencer to you? Are they an influencer because they talk about another company or another product or something else? No, they are an influencer because someone has given them a product and said, take this and talk about it. Tell them why you love this. Tell them why it's the best thing ever. You would never see a fashion blogger constantly just hold up a rack of clothes, right? What do? They try them on. They show you what it looks like. Okay? If someone is selling a hair, wand curler or whatever, are they just going to hold it up in the box and say, this is the best wand ever? Why are you not buying this? No, they're going to constantly put their hair down and they're going to show you different styles and what it looks like and all that. These makeup people that have these little makeup businesses, all that good stuff. What do they do daily? They put their makeup on. Okay. So what I'm telling you is, and this is, I'm getting to the confidence part of this, but guys, your job is to demonstrate why you love what you're doing. If you do not have a business marketing plan tied to your auto ship, you're doing this wrong. I train my team. Okay, we're going to, let's say you ordered cord this month. Great. I want you to think about, what do you want to market next month? And you tell me when your auto ship is set for. So you want to market Vitalize, and your auto ship is set for July 5th. Then on July 1st, we're going to talk about the excitement around getting our Vitalize in. Maybe the next day we're going to educate, what is Vitalize? Who out there has hormone issues? And then we're even as an ambassador, we're going to research, who can benefit from this type of product? And we're going to ask those questions. Anyone suffer from poor sleep or hit a weight loss plateau or this or that? So excited about the product that's coming in on July 5th. Y'all got to follow my story. I'm going to be unboxing it. I'm going to be sharing my success as it comes along, like what I think about this product. You should be trying this along with me. And then when that product comes in on July 5th, we're going to unbox it. We're going to take it. It says, oh, I'm going to take 2 of these. Here we go. Okay. Hope in for the best and just go about your day. And then a week later, and here's the thing, guys, that is going to tie you to want to get these results and to want to be consistent with these products and to want to, to do this the right way. So I tell people all the time, like, if you want to get results with the products, tie it to the business. Tell yourself, like, you're going to do this whole marketing plan, and by golly, you better be getting some results because people are watching. Okay. So you're not ever going to run dry of ideas and marketing if you're constantly setting that marketing plan with your auto ship and tying it to each other. You got a whole month to think about what you want to post about. Okay. Now, obviously, you're going to throw some other things here and there, but ultimately, if you do your due diligence and you research the product and you research who will be, who will benefit from products like this, and you talk to them and you speak to them through your results, you're always going to be providing that this is what I love, this is how it benefits me. Come do this and come be a part of this if this is what you want. Okay. when you're confident about what you bring to the table, people want to sit with you. They want to sit with you. They want to know what you're doing. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you questions. Again, do you see the big difference like what I just talked about with creating that marketing plan, asking questions, doing your research, figuring out what types of people can benefit from this. And then that's what you talk about as you kind of unbox and as you go through your journey of trying these products. Think about the big difference of that versus holding up a bottle of Vitalize and posting this big, long, written, drawn-out post and calling that your marketing plan. Do you see the difference? Because I guarantee you, if I saw two ambassadors lined up and someone was taking me on their journey of trying these products and showing me how it benefits them, telling me why it benefits them, and then someone over here just posted a graphic or even a selfie with the bottle, and then I had to read all about it, I guarantee you I'm going with this person over here. Okay, all day long. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I'm not comfortable doing stories, or I'm not comfortable putting myself out there. Newsflash, you're a social marketer. You're a social marketer. Okay, you're gonna have to get over that. All right. You don't have to do a 30-minute live. You don't have to put on this dog and pony show. Okay. All we're saying is if you're wanting to have success and you're really wanting to grow and gain a customer base or gain a business, ambassadors or whatever, you've got to be confident about what you have, and you have to talk about it. Period. The end. I think I told Katie when we were talking about this one time, like, obviously we're not just going to talk about, our products and things like that. Like you should be visible on your social media, and boring is best, guys. Nobody wants someone perfect out there on social media. If I see someone that is like always put together, like hair's never greasy, first of all, that's my hair it's always greasy, always has makeup done, always is like prim and proper, I'm like, I can't join them. She's gonna think I'm like absolutely crazy. Like, no thanks. Like 99% of people operate like this. Okay, so why do you think you have to get up in front of people and like be like all prim and proper and perfect? Like, you don't. Like, people don't want to see that. Okay, so my challenge to you is this: you can't do things and you can't be confident if you're not prepared. So what I want to challenge you to do, okay, a couple of things. Number one, when you're visible on social media, okay, when you make that attempt, because I'm going to tell you right now, you're not gonna like soar through this if people can't see you. A lot of people have, and I'll get to number one in here in just a second, but a lot of people have such an objection about being visible on social media. Guys, being visible on social media is your number one way of overcoming the barrier between you and your potential. If they see you being a real human being and they see you adding value in other ways other than just trying to sell them a product, it'll happen a lot faster than it will you hiding behind that computer screen and all you're posting is graphics and write-ups. Just as quick as people were over cold messaging, people are over the standard posting. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. 6, 7, 8 years ago, we could cold message with the best of them, and we could throw poo-poo out on our Facebook wall, and we could get ambassadors and customers easily. I'm serious. That can't happen anymore, okay? But the good news about that, the good news is we also don't have to be, prim and proper and perfect and have a script and all that good stuff when we are visible, Okay. So please just hear me when I say this, like confidence is a choice. Putting yourself out there is a choice. Okay. So when you're visible on social media, I want you to just, first of all, be you and be real. The more you can stick to who you are and what you do, whether or not you think it's boring, the more confidence you're going to build up. And what do I mean by that? So 99% of the time, I don't have makeup on. My hair is just like this, and I have on clothes like this, okay? So I'm not going to hop on Instagram and do a fashion blogger post all the time, at all, ever. Why would I do that when I would have to say to myself, oh my gosh, this means I have to like get up, I have to take a shower, I have to put makeup on, I have to put a nice dress on, like, and every day it becomes work. Do you see what I'm saying? Like every day it would be, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. That is not a feasible thing here. And that's not what we're asking you to do. What we're asking you to do is just show up in your areas of life and don't try to be what you're not. Okay. You know, if it's a baseball game you're at, you know, show that baseball game, show what you're doing. If it's gardening that you love to do, tell us about your garden. Tell us, you know, what you're doing outside. The more boring, the better. And you might say, well, why do people care what's going on in my life? It's not that you're trying to say they care about your garden or they try to say this, but you're just trying to relate to people more so that they will overcome any barrier or any wall that they have from joining you. So that when you have that marketing plan created and you've researched as to, okay, since Vitalize is in here, this is, I'm gonna poll like who suffers from this, or I'm gonna talk about weight loss plateau on my next story and talk about how I have had a weight loss plateau and how I'm hopeful that trying this product is really going to blah, 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 blah. Now, what I need you to hear me say is this. Someone that's watching your stories because they want to see your next gardening tip may also be suffering from a weight loss plateau that they just couldn't overcome. And as they're watching your story and you throw in that story, boom, now you've got your person. You see what I'm saying? You've added value somewhere else. And you've also talked about what brings value to you, which are your products. And now you've tied that together and you relate it to someone, and boom, you're ready to go. Okay, so I just want you to first of all, if you're not visible and if you're not talking to people and if you're not, you know, putting yourself out there, I want you to find comfort and confidence in doing that. Okay, start slow. Get with Katie, get with your nearest leader, maybe your closest bronze, or and start slow. Just say, you know what? I understand the importance of putting myself out there, of being confident in what I have and talking confidently about it. How can I start implementing this and really start kind of slowly putting myself out there? Because I don't care what leader, there are multiple leaders in this company that have completely different styles, do things completely different ways, but I guarantee you they've all got one thing in common. They're not afraid to talk to people, and they're not afraid to talk about what they have. And you can say all day long, well, it's easy for them to say, they're the ones making the big money. You can learn that same confidence. You can have that same confidence. I just need you to understand that people can see right through lack of confidence. So my challenge to you is, okay, a couple of different areas. Number one, find products that work for you and that you love. Talk about them. Okay, the more you can talk about them, the more confident you're going to be about talking, you know, through things. and putting yourself out there. Have a plan. Make this marketing plan around your auto ship. It just makes sense. If you've got an auto ship set for the 7th, you have got a month to research that product, to get testimonies from your friends about the product. Heck, I'd even find somebody on this team, and I would say, who loves Vitalize? Tell me what you love. And then I would, if I had a picture, you know, with somebody on this team, let's say Katie, I would post a picture of me and Katie. Listen to what my friend Katie said. She loves this product, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so talk about it. You've got a month to do that. Build that marketing plan around that. And the more you research and the more you look into it, the more confident you're going to be about it, then talk about it, okay? The other challenge I have is find other ways to be visible, to relate to other people. Because when you relate to other people, that's when their wall is dropped. Find ways to relate to other people. Now, guys, this is where the confidence factor here comes in. Don't you dare try to be somebody you're not. Nobody wants to see somebody else. They want to see you. They want you to show up as you. Are you good at cooking? Show us your cooking. Are you good at sewing? Show us your sewing. Are you good at being a mama? Show us your day at being a mama. Whether, and I hear all the time from stay-at-home moms, but I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I don't have an interesting life. How many stay-at-home moms do you think are out there? I guarantee you your life is interesting to them. Okay? And everybody, like, you do. You just, that's just all where that confidence comes in. Okay? And confidence and cockiness are two completely different things. Confidence is saying, I've got this. I have this. I'm not competing against any one of you. I have this. Cockiness is, I'm better than all y'all. And nobody's saying that. Okay? So whatever you do, I challenge myself to this daily. Like, whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to be my best at that. And a lot of times for me, that revolves around having the knowledge behind what I'm doing. If I'm presenting something, if I'm confident in it, I'll be the best presenter out there. Okay? So all of this is your responsibility. That's another thing that I'm really, really big on is accountability. Okay? You signed up to be a social marketer. Okay? You signed up for this. This is not I'm going to sign up and I'm going to join Katie's team and I'm going to wait for Katie to do all this for me. And I'm going to have her, you know, do the hard stuff for me. And I'm, you know, if she tells me to send a message, I'm going to copy and paste her message and I'm going to send it to 35 people and I'm going to say that I've done that. Or if she tells me to post, I'm going to take someone's post and I'm going to post it and I'm going to say that I did that. This is not checking boxes anymore. We can't check boxes anymore. We have to find a way to separate ourselves from other people and have people want to join us. And don't you dare say, I'm not good enough, or they'll join someone else. You know why they may be joining someone else? Because they can't see you and they don't know you're doing it. Or they don't know you're passionate about it, or they don't know that you're confident about it. Okay? So do yourself a huge favor and practice having this confidence, whatever it may mean. Okay? Educate yourself, you know, on the products that you're going to be promoting, you know, coming up. You know, talk about the business side of things as much as you can. Ultimately, just have that confidence. And when you talk to people, which you should be doing, all of this will just flow. I want you to think about two different scenarios. Okay, this will be kind of the last thing that I say. Two different scenarios. You can either be this person that spits out cold messages. I need you to buy this. I need you to join this. I need you to do this. Buy this, join this, do this, and post, this is the best thing ever. this is a great product, blah, 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 and hound people and all this good stuff. And so when someone sees you in the grocery store, they're going to be like, oh my God, I got to go. Like, don't, I can't see her. Like, all she's going to do is talk about her product that she wants to sell me and all that good stuff. Okay. That's person one. Person two over here, you're posting about your gardening. You're posting about, your cooking and all of this good stuff. You're adding value to people. And then you're like, oh my gosh, y'all, B12 is changing my life. My kids were driving me crazy, but you know what? I had the energy to deal with them and, talking through that. And then I had my hemp oil at night, which made me calm down so that I didn't shake my kids and knit. Well, not shake, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I don't really shake my babies. Anyway, I don't even have babies. I have old kids now, but you know what I mean. But anyway, going right along, talking about the products, how you love them, how it makes you calm, all that good stuff. And then, maybe talking more about your food and talking more about your garden, all that good stuff. What's going to happen at the grocery store? People are going to come up to you and they might say, oh my gosh, Renee, your garden is so beautiful. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing with this garden? Like, where are you getting your plants? Or, oh my gosh, that food that you cooked the other night, oh my God, it looks so good. Or we're hopeful for, tell me more about that B12. My kids are like, I'm really tired by the end of the day and they still have all this energy and I need energy like that too. Confidently presenting all of this, what did I say earlier? Attracts people to you. People are attracted to confidence, okay? People will ask you questions. People want to know more about what you're doing, okay? So in a nutshell, I probably didn't tell you anything that you didn't already know, but what I want you to overwhelmingly hear me say is everything that I just talked about is not just for top leaders that have something to show or people that are already confident. You can do this and you can be confident with what you have and you can use it to attract people to come and sit with you and to ask you questions about what it is you're doing. So that's really all I have. So if you guys have any questions you want to answer or you want me to answer or whatever, I certainly can do that or whatever else. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I don't think I told you anything that you didn't already know, but maybe just hearing it a different way.
Yes, thank you so much. It is all about hearing it a different way. And a lot of people always think that people are born with confidence, but like you said, it's something that you said it earlier. What was it? I wrote it down. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a choice.
And so do you have somebody that you've worked with who didn't have very much confidence to where now they've been able to work through it? What have they done to work through that to get to where they are now, where they're just exuberating confidence?
Absolutely. And I have had many of them because we actually talk a lot about, we really kind of start slow when people are really kind of starting this avenue with network market or social media and kind of being more visible and being more present. Too often people think that presence, like I said, means that they have to reproduce what they're seeing already. Well, what you're seeing already and the stories that you're probably watching are people that's been doing this for a very long time and that are super comfortable putting on a show for you or talking and doing a 30-minute live or, this or that. So I do work with a lot of people who are just starting out with that visibility game. And what my advice to them is pick one little area that you're already doing in your world. Okay, now that's going to change, let's just say that you were a teacher. Obviously what you were doing a month ago is very different than what you're doing now. So it's kind of a week to week thing and kind of think about, okay, maybe on Sunday evening, what are you doing this week? What can you show that you're comfortable with and talk about in the story? And maybe start with 2 times a week, just showing up on your story 2 times a week. Maybe you have a baseball game, Tuesday night with your kids, and maybe, whatever it may be, just kind of picking something and starting very slow. But ultimately, Boring is key, okay? And that really lets people know that you're not trying to put on a show, that you really just kind of want to, you know, resonate with other people, just kind of showing what you're doing. And then just kind of expand on that. And yes, I have had quite a few that have just lit up. And see, here's the thing. Here's what I specifically talk to my leaders about. You guys know how we always say in this industry all the time, like, we feel like we know people before we even meet them. You know, like when we go to events, it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I already know you. That's how your customers and your potential ambassadors should feel about you. They should already know you. Okay, because you should be visible, and maybe you're showing up. Maybe they feel like they know you because they've worked with you on Zoom calls, or they've worked with you in Threads or whatever. Your potential should know you, or should need to know you. So I tell my leaders all the time, I'm just like, I know you working with this. I need that same person to show up on social media. I need to see you doing what you're doing. Okay. So yes, so seeing these people, there's some that, you know, take me on their morning run, and I love it and I watch it. And there's some that have crazy toddlers that just get into everything. They've learned to start documenting that and showing that. And just, you know, whatever it may be to just attract people. My advice for just starting out is pick one thing, try to show up with that, and your confidence will build through that. And again, as you're doing that, you're also setting that monthly marketing plan. And so you're going to kind of hopefully be aware with your products. Boom, you're going to slide that in. Now you're showing up in two areas, which is your life and your business as well. So
love that. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? If so, put them in the chat. I see Joseph asked, when someone asks you about the product, how do you not be the expert?
So I don't ever talk. So really, when I talk about the products, it's always how they benefit me. It's always that. So I always say, if somebody asks me about B12 spray, I always tell them my experience is this. Why don't you come on and hop on to my friend Francesca's call tonight? She's going to be talking a little bit about how the company started, a little bit about the products that we're all taking, and a little bit about the business opportunity. That way, you'll hear a little bit more general information, and we'll be able to dive deeper to what you're wanting into this after that. Always spin it to an opportunity call. Always. Start with how it benefits you, and then spin it to an opportunity call. Big time. That's how I pre-qualify a lot of people, because it's like, if you're not going to take the time to hear the general information and you're going to wait and make me give you all of that, then I'm going to need to kind of go on to this person over here. So it's kind of my way to kind of buffer them through this general information. That way we can dive deeper into questions. But I always start with how it benefits me, which is why it's so important, guys, to use these auto ships, to plan out these products, and to really try these products. And like they say, you know, your 100 that qualifies you should be spent on products that you're taking and that you're really trying to kind of get those results on, so you can talk about. For sure.
Perfect. All right. Anybody else have any other questions? Okay. Well, Brooke, thank you so much for taking your time out. I know that you were such a busy woman. Really appreciate it. I hope that Will was able to get in and not get rained on today while he was mowing the yard.
He did. He made it in. He actually listened to me and did not get struck by lightning. Thank you.
Yay, good for him. Y'all, her stories are, they're real. Like, they are just like she said, everyday real life. And she was videotaping her husband out mowing the yard while it was lightning in the distance.
Huge storm cloud. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, thank you again so much. I hope that everybody has an amazing week. And please reach out and let me know how I can help y'all. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.